What's up? What's up? This is Dane Anthony TV. I'm here to do a spoiler review of Batman Crusader, the anime. Episode 1. It starts out in the alleyway. Batman escapes from a fire and meets Alfred. Enter the Pimmer, now female in this universe, and everyone's somewhat surprised. Barbara and Commissioner Gordon was seen at a yacht party. Buse sneaks backstage to see who are the hustlers that's smuggling around. Barbara was in a room, and another smuggler hustles inside, and then she stops him with a baseball bat. Penguin and her peoples export into the middle above the yacht at the top. They have an intense fight back and forth with the henchmen. Batman leaves, and the criminals escape. And he goes back into the Batcave, and he said that I failed to Alfred. And by near house, suddenly gets kidnapped by a missing person. It's Miss Francis, the actor. GCPD detective assigned Montoya to locate the missing actress Yvonne Francis. She is missing, and we need to find her. It's a disfigured man running away. It's Carlo. Batman chases around the city, but he escapes. The victim gets up, and Commissioner Gordon tells Detective Montoya that she has the facts. She says that she has to do better. Ultimately, he uses experimental serum to make his body more malleable, allow him to alter his face as he pleases. Montoya and Batman eventually stumbles across Carlo, who faked his death, and kidnapped Francis out of the desire to play a villain for real. Montoya and Batman defeat Carlo and rescue Francis, though Batman disappeared before Montoya can apprehend him. Enter Catwoman. Selena wakes up. Her maid tells she has the mail, but she ignores it, so she tells her to throw it away. And then the maid threw it into the fireplace. Catwoman enters a high-class jewelry store and sells a chain. Then two cops run and tell her to stop, and she's take the chain away. She runs outside and jumps over the gate, and she kicks them and fights, and she runs and gets stopped by Batman. She gets captured, but then puts into the unmasked and then puts into the police car. Then they have other scenes throughout the episode that has flashbacks of Bruce, when he was a child and stuff like that. And then I'm going to make them pay. Your outfit is going to me. He gets into the Batmobile and drives off. Catwoman into the Gotham Museum, and then she surprises Batman with her pet panther. So Batman throws a gas bomb on them, and then she escapes, and two cops try to stop Batman. He fights them off and helps Catwoman. She tells him, "You are no fun." Episode 5. After several insane criminals go missing, Barbara suspects that they might have been patients of his friend, Dr. Quinzel, who is attempting to date Montoya. In reality, Quinzel has adopted the jester-like persona of Harley Quinn and subjected the criminals to immense torture in an attempt to correct their minds. Barbara and Batman track to the basement of their patients, where latter overpowered and knocked unconscious before the house is rigged to detonate. Nonetheless, Batman recovers and saves Barbara, who suspects Quinzel fell to her death. Having survived, Quinzel calls Montoya to call off the date and tells that she is temporarily leaving Gotham. Episode 6. Episode 6. When a mysterious ghost on horseback emerges to rob Gotham's working class, then mayor election campaign is threatened due to the robberies happening on his watch. He is offered a donation from the throne, but is hesitant to accept it. Meanwhile, Batman struggles to fight the ghost directly, deducting that the spirit of Jim Craddock, the gambling addict of a former old property and Bruce friends Lucius Fox recently bought. He gains help from Linden Midnight, who advises him to sacrifice an old property deed in the blood of noblemen to draw back Craddock. Through Craddock possesses Batman's butler, Alfred. Batman completes his ritual with Alfred's blood, traps Craddock in the viral. He subsequently gives the Midnight while Dent accepts Throne's donation. Episode 7. Jim fears that someone has put a bounty on his head after the assassination, such as Floyd and Onomatopoeia come to death him, and the former almost succeeds at killing him. He reluctantly agrees to escort it to the cells to the safe house at the Wayne Gardens. Meanwhile, Batman learns to hit was placed by a Blackgate Penitentiary inmate named Mueller and follows Jim's detail, narrowly feuding off the assassins. Batman reveals to Jim the target is Barbara. Officer Jim attempts to claim the bounty for himself, but is disarmed by Jim and arrested. Mueller later reveals he ordered the hit because he feels he deserved better prison accommodations. Episode 8. Amidst a fundraiser hunting for Dent's campaign, multiple orphans are reported missing. Batman soon found out who the culprit is: Natalia Knight, the younger sister and inventor Aiden Knight, who suffers from a mysterious ailment that is only can be staved off from draining energy from the people, and which grants her enhanced strength. After falling out with attacking Aiden perceived controlling behavior, Natalia continues to attack until she is intercepted by Batman. After making her realize she accidentally killed Aiden, who begged Batman to stop her before he died, Batman takes out Natalia safety while her victims are taken to a hospice to recover. Meanwhile, Dent meets with Thorne to accept the donation, but refuses to accept his condition of dropping charges against Throne's friend. In retaliation, that Throne's second throws a flask of acid at Dent's face. Episode 9. In the aftermath of his assault, Dent loses memorabilia and is left with half of the face permanently scarred, which he grows insecure about. Bruce attempts to cheer him up with a night in the town, but the paradigm Dent has an outburst in the restaurant. Alfred scolds Bruce for his poor attempt in getting through him, craving justice with those who wronged him. Dent goes into the violent spree throughout Gotham, taking out several of Throne's men, though Batman intervenes before he can hurt the Throne himself. Guilt-ridden Dent snaps out of the rage, willingness to go to Arkham Asylum, where he discovers Barbara signed on to be his lawyer. Episode 10. Barbara explains to Dent that she is willing to help him, insists that he led to astray. Meanwhile, Throne's men Bullock and Flash seek revenge on Dent, prompting Barbara and Batman to establish a form of contact between each other and join forces with each other. Jim and Montoya protect him to testify in court amidst a fight in Ducks. However, Dent sacrifices himself to save Batman from the Flash. Batman loses temper and threatens to the Flash, but ultimately spares him. Following this, Alfred assures Batman that he failed to reach Dent's humanity. Batman still has it. Elsewhere, a mysterious man kills a series of victims with a toxin that makes them laugh uncontrollably. So that seems like Joker's gonna come about. I give this entire series a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it had a lot of great parts and a lot of not so great parts. I definitely don't think this is as good as the Batman series. Because the thing is that certain stories aren't thoroughly written, or they're changed, for some manner in certain details of certain things. I feel like they didn't go far enough, with the story-wise, to put the intensive film noir in the film and having the characters revolve around it. It seems like they're trying to. It seems like they put the characters in the world instead of you having them around, and then putting the characters like they do in the opposite, which I don't like. Because back in the animated series, each episode represents its own individual story, but then sometimes the individual story connects to the rest of the episodes. So you have to watch the previous episodes to figure it out. Now, I didn't like the change of Harley Quinn. I also I wasn't so upset of the Penguin changing to being a female, because Penguin is not a very good character to me. He just reminds you of like a disfigured crime boss or something like that. So he's not really, to me, he's not really a A-list villain. To me, he's like a B-list villain. Like, he's not really A-list. He's not like Joker. Joker's more a well-rounded character. He has like a mysterious backstory, so he makes him more of a threat, to Batman and also the other superheroes. And if they have a season, let's see if they have the season 2. Thank you.